Hello everybody. So I thought of a great idea for a video, if I say so myself. Remember when everyone was getting like a color palette from their Instagram feed? So this is my Instagram feed right now, and I'm gonna go to a website that's called colorkuler or something like that. I don't really know how to pronounce that. And it's gonna give me the color palette of my current feed. And I'm gonna draw something with that, like a character. I think something like this. This is the vibes that I'm going for today. And then after that, I'm gonna invert the colors of the color palette that I get, and I'm gonna create another character with those colors. So let's see what colors we get. And here is my color palette, my Instagram color palette. I don't know if these are correct. Like, this looks a lot more colorful, and I'm a little disappointed with the colors that I got here. They're very gray, as you can see. But I'm really happy that at least I have like a pink here, and I really like sagey or like light greenish color, because this, like these two especially, they're like the same color. Kind of, not exactly, but they're almost the same color. And I don't know where the black came from. Like, I never use straight black in my... Okay, I see where it came from. Like, from this background here. This is the trees that I have outside of my house, and I went outside to take this picture. And now we have black on our color palette. And I'm glad I posted this today because it's a little bit more colorful. But I just got this color here that I'm probably gonna use for a skin tone or something, because I don't want to have a gray skin tone. So you can download your palette here, and I'm gonna use it as a reference to get the colors. Okay, for the sketch, because it took me a long time to do it, I didn't film it because I knew it was gonna take a long time, so I'll just have to play the time lapse of this. I used a reference picture from Pinterest after I saw the color palette. Let me show you. It's not the same with the reference picture, but it's fine. This is the picture that I used, but we're not really gonna use it anymore unless we want something for the shading or stuff, because we're gonna use our own colors from this color palette that we got. And by the way, I'm using Infinite Painter, and it's really good. In the last video that I did with my tablet, I was using Ibis Paint. It's still a good app, but I think that I like this one a little bit more. I haven't used it that much yet though, so I'm gonna update you on that. I have done 3 sketches in total for this one. Let me show you. This is the first one. It looks like a scarecrow, don't you think? Like, look at that. Oh my god, it definitely looked like a scarecrow. Like, this is the hay stuff that they put for the hands. It's really bad. But I wanted to see the colors too. Like, it's gonna have black hair. I don't know if I'm gonna use black like this here, because it's layered on another color, and I didn't have the opacity full at the time. It's not completed black. Maybe I'm gonna use that because I don't really like true black in my drawings. But anyway, I think this is the color palette that I'm going for. Not the color palette, but the color combinations and stuff. And this is the second sketch, and this is the third one. So I set this layer to multiply, and it's really nice because I've set this here as a reference. I can like close and open whatever I want, and it's just on top of everything else. A great thing is that because I have this as a reference here, if I touch the picture, it acts like a color picker and just get the color that I'm tapping. And it's really nice. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna like create a solid color for its layer. I'm taking a brush that's called Solid Fill, and it's like using a lasso tool or something. And I'm gonna fill this whole layer with the color that we're gonna use. It's gonna be easier later to create clipping masks and stuff. So the pens are gonna be this color, a new layer for the top. I'm not really used to this kind of brushes yet, because it's not I haven't really used them before I started doing things with this app. And this is like the third thing that I'm doing in this app. Oh my god, right now that I'm seeing the color combination that I have, I definitely have the same stuff for my pajamas. And now that I see it, I kind of regret doing it this way. Maybe I should like invert the two. This is very, very bad. Let me change the colors. Is this better or worse? I like the previous combination, but it just reminds me of my pajamas and now I don't know what to do. I think I'm gonna keep it this way. You haven't seen my pajamas, so it's fine for you. It's just, I'll know. Now you'll know too, but it's fine. It's fine. I don't know where I'm gonna use all the grays that they have here. And I think this palette is so great because I've been trying to post the pictures on my feed that have some background and stuff, not just the art piece, because I think it's more interesting to see the whole environment of the artist when something is posted online, you know? I'm gonna change this a little bit because I don't like straight black, I'm sorry. So yeah, I've been uploading more of my environment with the art that I'm posting. It's not just the art. And the few colors that we got, it's because I posted something that I did digitally, so I didn't have a background to post with it. I think she's really cute, but it kind of looks like she's dancing Rebooting, if you know what it is. It's a Greek dance, and if you have ever seen that or if you Google that, yes, it looks like that. I think I haven't used these two. I think I'm gonna use this one for the face too, like for highlights and stuff, or even in the hair. No, it's too light for the hair. Maybe these for the hair, something like that. But which one should I use for the shoes? The problem. She has some gray socks, like this is her socks, not the shoe. And I don't know what to do about the shoes because everything else is very similar. So should I use the ones that I use for the top, or should I go, the socks should be like this skin color? Very hard decision. Everything can change though. Gray shoes or green shoes? I think I prefer the green ones, but I think I'm gonna go with the gray because I don't know where else can I use it. I could use it for the background. Like, I'm not gonna have a complicated background, it's gonna be just the color. This app just got an update, by the way. You couldn't have layers and stuff before that, I think. So if you want to try it, now is the best time. But I have to tell you that it's not completely free. You can use it for free and have some of the stuff that it gives you, but I think for the full experience you definitely have to buy it. It's like €6 to buy it. I think now it's the time to open up the other reference again. If I want to see something about the lighting and stuff, it's gonna be helpful. When I'm doing this kind of drawings for like outfits or a whole person, I don't really want to spend too much time on the face because it's really small and it's not the center of attention, you know, but I still want to have a great face because I think it's really important. Like, if the face doesn't look good, the rest doesn't really look that good, you know? Or at least that's what I think. I don't know. I'm not gonna just use the colors that from the color palette. Like, for example, in the face now, I'm gonna use regular colors for her blush and some shadows and stuff. Like, I know this didn't exist in the palette that I was given, but I'm gonna use the palette for the main colors, but I can use secondary colors, of course. By the way, if you want to do the challenge yourself, I think it's gonna be really nice, and you can do whatever you want. Like, if you don't want to use other colors, you can do that, but do whatever you want. It's not like the rules are not that strict. You just have to use the color palette that you're given, but you don't even have to use all the colors or anything. It's just for fun and have something different to motivate you to draw something else. And if you do, please tag me, or like, should I create a hashtag? I think I'm just gonna create a hashtag for you to post your things there. I'm gonna put the hashtag on the screen because I haven't thought of anything right now, and I have to check if the hashtag is available. Like, there isn't another challenge without a hashtag that I'm gonna create or something. But if you do this challenge, I would really want to see it. Okay, I think that's enough time on the face for now. I'm gonna have to go back on top of the sketch to render it more, but I think it's fine for now. Okay, I'm stopping with the face. Should I do something quick to the hair first? I really like this app because it has so many great features, like for example this color picker with a hand. Ibis doesn't have that, and I really like it. What else? I really like the feature that you can just put the reference right here and move it, and it's separate from the other layers. Oh my god, I made it tiny. How do I fix that? No. Okay, I got it. Yeah, you can do whatever you want with your reference and have it there on top of everything else, and I think it's really helpful. Yes, it's more expensive than Ibis, but it's €6. It's not that expensive, and it's an app that you can really use all the time, so I think it's worth it. Anyways, let's go to the shirt. I'm gonna use a bluer version to shade it. I don't like the color that I chose for the highlight. I think it makes everything else very gray. That's enough for this layer. I'm gonna have to work on it more when I create layers on top of the sketch. Let's go for the pants. I think I'm gonna mute them a little bit with the shadows. I'm gonna try at least, so they don't remind me so much of my pajamas. This is so funny because I didn't really thought about that before I like had it in front of me and saw it, and I think it's really funny. Sorry if I skip a lot of parts. I'm doing that because I want to have another drawing in this video and I don't want to make it super long, so don't worry, I'm gonna have the time lapse in the end so you can see everything that I did. I'm gonna change the paper, the color of it. I don't know if you saw that before in the clip that I showed for the shoes, but I really struggled with them. Like, I always struggle with shoes so much, and these don't look good. Let me get that clear. Like, these definitely don't look good, but I'm really trying. You have to give me at least that. I'm gonna group all of these layers together. This was so satisfying. And I'm gonna start drawing on top of the sketch. This app has some great brushes, but I still use the hard round brush. I think it's my favorite brush, and you can do everything with just one good hard round brush. And I think it's better not to rely so much on the brushes. I still like to use some of them if I'm just sketching for fun and trying new things, but I really like to rely on a hard round brush for most of my drawing. And I just play with the size and the opacity of the brush to get different results. I think I'm changing the original colors too much. I don't know how to shade and do stuff without changing them. The reference picture doesn't really help me right now for the sweater because in the reference it's really colorful and I can't really see the shading and stuff, and I have a monochromatic sweater, so I can't really hide the fact that I don't understand the lighting. I don't know if you've seen the short that I uploaded. I don't know if you really watch shorts, but anyways, I uploaded a drawing similar in style with this one, and in this one I kept some of the sketch in the pants because the pants were jeans, so I wanted to have some texture, and I think I'm gonna keep some of the sketch here too. Okay, I did something so I don't keep on going outside the lines that I've already created. I just went back to this layer I had before and I made a selection from this layer, so now I can keep coloring but I don't go outside the lines. It's not a clipping mask or anything, I'm having a regular layer. And my cat is finally here. I promised some of you that I'm gonna show his face next time that he's going off like that. He doesn't really like being on camera, he just likes to get my attention. Let's get back to the drawing now that I showed you my cat. Everything I do in this pants looks wrong, but I think it's just because I'm trying to imitate the colors too, but that was not the point here. This is how it was before, and this is how it is now. I think it's an improvement, to say the least. I want to do something about these hands right here. I'm just like doing some lines with the color that I want for the skin, and that's it. I'm not putting any more time on this. I'm just gonna shade them a little bit, but look, from a distance they don't look that bad. It's fine. I really don't know what to do with those shoes. Okay, I have to do some studies of shoes. I don't know if I can do anything more to the shoes. Like, I really don't like them, but I don't know what to do at this point. I want to work on the shirt a little bit more, and after that I think I'm gonna do something to the bag because I just have the color now, and then I think I'm done with the first one. So I think I'm done with this one. Maybe when I'm done with the next one too, I'll come back and fix some things or not, I don't know yet. So I'm just gonna go ahead and invert the color palette that I got before and continue with the next one. I'm just using a random site and I'm uploading my picture. So we're taking the picture and we invert it. And we have this color palette here, okay. Now I'll have to create a sketch for this one and I'll get back to you. Okay, so I had a little bit of trouble creating this sketch here. I think I was using the wrong size for this drawing because the app kept crashing and it was just a mess. I hope the video here of the sketch was alright, but I reduced the size of the canvas. I even contacted the programmers and told them that I had issues, and they told me that they're working on it. So it's fine, but I couldn't like join another app. I wanted to have a consistent video, so I really hope that by the next time that I want to use the app, the problem is fixed. But for now, we're gonna be fine, I think, in a smaller canvas. So I used this reference here, changed it a little bit to go better with my palette. I was thinking, just because I used a color from the palette before for the skin tone, I'll do the same thing again. So I think I'm gonna use this one as a skin tone. Let me have the sketch to multiply. I think it's a really cute sketch. That's why I changed her a little bit. I changed her hair and stuff to go better with your skin tone. Okay, so let's do what we did before. I'm gonna make this the green color. Okay, next we're gonna make another layer, and her hat, I don't know, how do you call this, beanie? I don't know, it's gonna be this blue color. Okay, the pants are gonna be these, I think. Okay, for her shirt now, I'm gonna take the white, which isn't white, I think. Like, if we take a complete... Yes, it's not white, it just seems white here, because everything else is so dark. And the shoes are gonna be this white color as well. Okay, now for her skin. I'm really glad that her hands were in her pockets this time. It's like I'm avoiding hands. For her hair now, I'm gonna take this one, I think. Maybe I'll go darker later, but for now I think it's okay. The hair looks really bad right now. I'm gonna make it better later for sure. Like, the shape is bad, but it's just so you can see the colors of the character. I think it's fine for now. I haven't used these two yet, and this one I think maybe I'm gonna use them for shading or some shadow behind the character or something like that. We'll see. I'm gonna make this here the same color as the pants. Is everything classing up here? Maybe. But in my reference, these are different colors, so I want to make them a different color too. I think it's a better design. From just to have everything the same color, I like it more at least. It's like the inside of the coat, right? And right here, it should be a different color. I really like her so far. Okay, I think I'm gonna start with her skin tone. And I'm gonna import another reference just to copy some colors and make it a little bit better, because I'm not really experienced with such a dark skin tone, so I want to make it look good. So I'm gonna take my hard round brush. Oops, too big. And because it's that dark, I think we're gonna play more with highlights and not the shadows as much. So let's see, where do I want the highlights to be? It's not gonna be like that, I'm just testing some things out. And here, and then maybe up here, so the light is coming that way. This looks really bad right now. I swear I'm gonna make it look better. I'm looking both of the reference right now to see where the light hits that girl and the color from that girl. I'm not gonna lie, I find it really hard right now, but I'm gonna make it look good. Okay, let me do her eyes, because I don't want them to get lost in there. Okay, right now her eyes look very weird, but it's because the sketch is sewn underneath, so she looks like she has red eyes. Okay, I think the main problem here is that my reference, it's a little bit more warm than her skin tone, so if I just get colors from there, it doesn't really look that good. So I have to make them a little bit cooler, because my drawing has cooler skin tone. Okay, so far my favorite thing, I think it's her lips, and everything else needs to change. Not change, but like be fixed a little bit. Listen, I don't think I'm doing a good job right now. Okay, here it's gonna be dark. The problem is that I'm not having a reference to rely on. Like, I have to piece these two references together, and it's not the easiest thing to do. I'm not that good at drawing. It's getting better, I think. I'm gonna say it. I think it's getting better. It needs some help, but it's not that bad if I say so. And I hope you agree. I think it stops really weirdly here. I have to blend them two more. But like in this reference, it does that shape here. Is this better? Okay, so it doesn't even have brows yet, so this is another problem. Like, you see, it immediately gets better, and this isn't even a good brow. I have to do something for the hands too. Okay, everything I put down seems too pink because of the highlighter color that I use for the sketch. Okay, let's go to the pants that I don't need anything crazy. Okay, it crashed again. Perfect, that's perfect. I hope the progress was saved at least. Let me see. I think it's saved, that's a good thing. Okay, I think that's enough for the pants for now. The pants are very dark, so it's not that big of a deal. Nothing really shows up that much, so it's fine. I'm gonna do the shirt next and the shoes here in this layer. If you haven't noticed, I don't really understand clothes that much. I'm still practicing at being better at them, but I'm not really good at that yet. So the things that I do don't really make much sense. I'm just trying to copy the reference that I have. Should I add some letters too, just to hide the fact that I don't know what I'm doing? I don't know what her shirt says, but I'll try and do something here. Okay, so I just wrote my name, but it's fine. I'm gonna make it look better now. I don't want it to stand out that much, so I'm trying to blend it a little bit in with the other stuff on the shirt, the other colors, like not have so clean edges. I'm not really sure about the shirt, I don't really like it. Okay, let's go to the shoes a little bit. I really don't like drawing shoes. I said it. I mean, it's obvious, but I don't know. I find it really boring and hard. I don't even know what I'm doing. I should have done like a cleanup sketch, because right now I don't even see what I'm putting down. And if I remove the sketch, it's just, I don't know, what is that? So we won't remove the sketch. It's time for the shirt. I'm trying to rely more on the shapes of stuff and not the blending and rendering that much, because I don't want to spend so much time again on rendering this, because I've already spent too much time for the face and I don't want to spend that much time again, but I don't really know what I'm doing. It kind of looks like a jacket, so that's good, I guess. One problem that I have with this one is that I don't think that the style really goes with the other one, and I want them to be more coherent. Is that the word? Because they're from the same video. I want their styles to match a little bit at least, but I don't think that's happening. I'm gonna have to look at them side by side later and decide if I manage to do that or not, but I don't think they'll match. If you are really good at drawing clothes, you'd probably be like, what is it doing right now? But just be patient. I'm just learning right now, okay? I'm doing this as part of practice. Now that I'm talking about practicing and improving on stuff, I think that I've become very still in my journey, in my art journey. I haven't been improving as fast lately and for a while now, I think. I had some periods of time that I was improving so fast, and I thought that it's always gonna be that way, but it's not. And I'm trying to be patient with myself, but sometimes it's hard because you feel like you're not good enough, and what are you doing if you're not improving as fast as you did before, and stuff like that. And you have to be patient with yourself, and that's the hardest part. I'm still satisfied with most of the art I'm creating, so it's okay. It's not that I hate the art that I'm creating, but I just want to be better at it. I keep thinking oh, okay, I'm almost done, and I'll zoom out and see something that I haven't even touched yet, and I'm like, okay, I'm not done yet. I'm not even close. Let's do something with the beanie. No, the lighting comes from up here, as we said before, so that doesn't make any sense, what I'm doing right now. I haven't been thinking about lighting this entire time. I was just looking at the picture and I created the lighting for the face myself, so that's it for the lighting. And now I remembered that I said that the lighting was coming from here. Trying to imply that there's some texture in the fabric. If you look at it from a distance, it looks nice, except for the shoes. And let's go to the hair now. I'm trying to not have as many layers because it's getting a little bit laggy. And it crashed again. Okay, I have to do something with this many layers, and I'll get back to you. Okay, I deleted some layers and merged some others. I hope it's better now. I want to take a brush with some texture. Whoa, that's big. With some texture to create something in the hair, but this, I don't like how it behaves. No, not this one. I want to fix the hair because I don't really like the shapes that I've created. They're too clean and I don't like that. Oh, this is cute. I think this is cute. I managed to save it a little bit, you know? I think it was really looking very bad at the start, but now I like her more than the other girl that I drew, I think. I don't know what you think. I need crust. Okay. I hate it. I hate this app. Okay, so I restored it. There's a way to restore the project that you've lost the original one looks like that for some reason, and I don't know what I have to do, fix every layer to clip on underneath it. I really don't know what's happening and I hate it. I don't know what's happening, so we have to go back here and redo her hair. It keeps crashing. I hate it. I hate it. I paid money for that app. At least it was more secure, didn't destroy all of your hard work. I like the features of this app, but this is ridiculous. Okay. It was such a pity because I really liked how I did her hair in the previous. I'll get back to you when I'm done with this. Okay, I think I'm in the same state that I was before losing everything. Saving. Oh no, I did something to her face before. I tried to make it look the same, but I don't know, I can't do it exactly the same. I'm not a machine, you know? So I hope it looks better than before at least. The app right now feels super laggy, and I don't like that. So my thoughts about the app. I think it's a really nice app. It has so many great potential, but until they completely fix it, I wouldn't spend money on it. If I knew it was that laggy, I wouldn't have spent my money on this app. If you wanna get that app, I think it's better to wait a little bit, at least when it's more stable. The new... Okay. Thanks, buddy. You moved the references. Okay, so the new update, the 7.0, it just came out, so that's why it's so laggy, I think. You can get it to see if you like it or not, but don't do what I did and spend money on the app that you can't really use. I'm not gonna do anything to her hands. It's like that. They're like that. They're like oven mitts. It's fine. I'm just gonna do her shoes and I'm gonna stop wasting my time on this app for now. Like, it's getting me really frustrated and I don't wanna deal with it anymore. So I'm trying to wrap it up and just be done with it, you know? I hope you understand. Like, I'm not even gonna do anything crazy to the shoes. At this point, I just wanna be done with this drawing. Even though I really like it and I would have enjoyed it so much if it wasn't so laggy. Like, now I'm afraid that everything I do is gonna get lost and I keep saving every like 2 minutes. Okay, now I'm just gonna create a fun outline, like a shadow or something like that, with a bigger brush size. Thank you. At this point, it feels like I'm fighting with the app just to draw a line. I get it, it's kind of a lot of layers to have, and it's a decent size still, but like a line, it should be easier to draw a line, okay? I don't care. Like, I have a really small brush and a really standard brush, like nothing crazy. Look what brush I'm having. See how laggy it is? That shouldn't be such an issue. And I was really happy about this app, and I'm so sorry that this is happening, because like, this is gonna be my favorite app if it starts working right. But at this point I can't recommend it to you or anyone. Okay, I give up. I don't know what to do. It's super laggy and I can't do it anymore. I'm gonna add some textures on top of that. I'm gonna make this an overlay layer and lower the opacity. And I'm adding the same texture that I did in the previous one. Saving. And this is it for the opposite color palette. I think I actually prefer this color palette than the original one that I had in my Instagram account. It's still saving, as you can see. Okay, it stopped. That's nice. So yeah, I think I prefer this drawing, at least. I don't know about the color palette, but if you don't watch the shoes, this is a really nice drawing, I think. I like the style. I like how the character is standing. I really like it. And let's see the other one. So here they are. This is with the palette that I have from my Instagram account. And this is the opposite, or the inverted colors. I definitely like this one more. I think it all worked out in the end. I was a little bit scared to use these colors for skin tone, and everything was really dark, and I didn't know if if it was gonna look nice, but I think it's really nice. I really hope you like this video. I struggled a lot, and not because it was difficult, but the technology just didn't like me this time. But yeah, anyways, so this is the video. I really hope you liked it, and if you did, please leave a like. And if you want to see more of me and my art, you can click the subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I'll see you in the next one. Bye!